ask a really important question for the audience.
Okay.
So we'll let it build.
Okay. So prepared to answer questions.
Yeah.
We're in a
one important question.
We're at 8.23 million right now listening.
So I understand you're watching orders right now. Have you received any orders yet?
Yeah, we've had 14 orders in the last.
So Beers
20
Looking
minutes.
at You is one station. I know Thistle Draft Shop, Mary up there has another one. Tell me the other bars that have more than 30 taps that are partnership or have a partnership with you.
We've got Craft Beer Cellar.
Okay.
Right there in downtown on Franklin Street. We've got D&T on Enid. We've got Hop Stop on 802 First Street.
Do y'all pick up food too?
We don't. No, we've had people ask. And then
So people in that area can get some hop dropped?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
So all those places have the 32-ounce can seamer.
Yes.
Right. So they have to have a seamer to be on your stop, correct?
They do.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah.
like Craft Beer Cellar, they've got a 16-ounce can.
As long as they seam it. As long
But
as
they'll
they have
get
a
two of
seamer,
them.
You're
So,
good.
yeah.
Okay, they do
So
too.
anybody ordering from Craft Beer Cellar gets two 16-ounce. Growler USA out in Katy on FM
that's right. I saw
1443.
your price was based on 32-ounce cans. So
Correct.
You get two of them for the 16. That is awesome.
Exactly.
That is
So,
awesome.
you got Thistle and Tapped. You've got Jugs, and then you've got Beers Looking at You.
Where's Jugs at?
Jugs is 3109 South Shepherd, right there at Shepherd and Alabama.
Okay.
77098.
Boom.
And so kind of Montrose area or
Yeah,
whatever. Okay.
exactly.
So
Right off Alabama's the
Close to Trader Joe's over there.
I by the way, I couldn't find that tag. However, I had a question we were talking about earlier in the last segment. The delivery service that you guys do for the draft wagon, is it that you're having people on a Friday at B52 wait for orders there? So that's kind of that's actually a question that I just got. Someone asked, do they wait at B52 when they have release Fridays and get an order and basically be, a carrier, professional
No,
mule?
well, check
has
this
that
out.
ever happened?
It hasn't, and people are like, well, wait a minute, man. I mean, they've got a bunch of orders coming in. They've got a release going on. We're standing in line, and do they get privilege? No. One thing we do need to clarify is we get the release after the release. So if the release goes out on Friday, we won't, have the opportunity to, offer it to our customers until Monday.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's not like we're not taking anybody's place in line.
people on site first.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And then y'all get
That makes total sense.
But that actually does make sense. But it does put y'all in a position to where y'all can pick that up at a certain time and then guarantee them delivery at a certain time.
Exactly.
If they have it, if they don't run out.
If they don't run out. And they can't.
Instead of storing beer, you're storing delivery times.
Correct. Those scheduled delivery blocks. So what
That's
we
just
really
fair.
want people to understand is selfishly, right? I mean, we need the breweries. They're the cool ones. They're the people. They're the artists coming up with all this stuff. I mean, we're just. They're mules, right?
You're a pigeon carrier.
Yeah.
A fancy pigeon carrier.
So, we have 200 people standing in line to get a release, and oh, man, this hop drop company is there. No. So just so everyone realizes we have no access to that product till everybody gets there. We want people to go to breweries so they can hang out, try this stuff. And what we want to be is if you ever can't make it to a brewery, then you call on our service.
That's actually pretty sound because the brewery wants people to be there anyway. I mean,
Exactly.
That's their whole excitement. And if, everybody standing in line was working for Ticketmaster, like Ticketmaster does their stuff now. I don't know if you know it or not, but you go to a venue to buy a ticket these days, and all they do is they send you to Ticketmaster, and then basically you're paying a scalper, and you've got all these service fees involved, and the next thing you know, a $29 seat is $379, and you got to buy two of them, and then you're really thinking about how long is a 25 to life sentence,
Right. Exactly.
and you're wanting to meet the owner, but having just had the experience that I had, man, I will do this again. I will definitely do this again. Not only did you get me craft beer in a can in less than an hour. It was from a local vendor, so it's local. I mean, it's just continually local. Your business is continually local.
Delivered by a local guy.
Yeah.
You even
I
know,
mean,
you even know about his dog. And his,
I mean, it's H-Town at its finest, man. I mean, we've got World Series. We've got homeboys showing up in Astros gear. But, I mean, the money stays in Houston. The taxes stay in Houston. The jobs stay in Houston. And it supports local breweries. I mean, people see a can with a cool label in a store or something, and they think these operations are, $2 billion operation. No, these are girls and guys and families that that take huge risks to do this stuff, and we just want to make sure that we're an extension or another platform to give another avenue.
I really like the business model. I think it's awesome. I think it's a good thing. I think it's I know we don't want to get into laws, but I think what this is going to do is maybe push the necessary changes to really enlighten the market and broaden it as to try to taper it down. And I think y'all are right on that cusp of really making things happen. And
I mean, it's formative.
People appreciate it because I think it's a really good service.
Sure, I mean, it's formative. It's fresh. We really want people to understand this is what beer is. It's spontaneous. It's old. I mean, it's been done forever. It's small batch and. To really expand your palate, and this is the way beer was intended to be enjoyed. So
absolutely. So I imagine the change in the scenario with the crawlers. That was obviously that without that happening a couple years ago, that probably you couldn't have. At least the model would be a little different. I guess you'd be doing growlers or something.
Right.
Yeah, then you're gonna have to charge for the container and whatever container.
And growlers.
You got some kind of warehouse. People got to wash stuff.
Right.
No washing, 32-ounce can.
No sunlight.
I wish they'd sell these at Stop and Go.
Right?
They do.
How many did you have? I just had one.
That's the thing they do. You just don't want them.
That thing says 15%.
Well, man, you can.
That's tough to get good body wine.
You can stop and go at gohopdrop.com. So.
That's right. The website's gohopdrop.com.
Gohopdrop.com.
That is awesome.
So check it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, with the mules and with the heavy trading that's going on, I think this is perfect. I mean, I don't know what other avenues, delivery service can do, but really, I mean, everybody's doing delivery right now. And I'm surprised no one has come up with a beer idea. That seems to be pretty straightforward. So you've got delivery for food and, I know exactly. It's just... It's one of those things.
And I mean, I think it happened kind of, deductively from the sense that you've got breweries again, risk takers. I mean, the equipment is really expensive and they've got, certain things that they have to meet and financial obligations. And they, at the same time, still want to be creative and artistic. Mm-hmm. And, we're like, why can't we help them at the same time help the consumer, at the same time be cool, at the same time get them their stuff really quick? Because I mean, the whole equation has flipped on itself. It used to be hundreds of thousands of people going to a mall, and now that mall comes to hundreds of thousands of people via delivery. So I mean, everybody's busy.
Yeah.
Not only is it a dynamic market, but it's also, I like Sylvia's version of the fourth tier, this outside deal, but it's a consumer driven market right now, which is kind of crazy because when we got into it, it was a brewery-driven market. The breweries were telling you what to drink and what to be. And now it's the consumers telling everybody else what to drink through whether it's via social media or visits to a brewery or a secondary market that is just popped up on this fourth bubble that we're continually coming back to. It's just an amazing time to be in anywhere in the beer market with such a
Houston's
dynamic
changing.
model that is.
Fast.
Wait 30 days. Let's see what happens in 30 days.
Right. Yeah, and I think the overlying or underlying thesis to all this is it's about Houston, man. We're badass. Every player, NBA, NFL, stuff like that, they want to go where? Chicago, New York, Miami, LA.
But they live in Houston.
Man.
No state
yeah, exactly.
Well,
they come train in Houston.
Houston is a dynamic model because we're including, when I say Houston, I'm including almost all the way to the Causeway, and sometimes I'm including Galveston. I'm including almost all the way to Conroe. I'm including all those cities, the the 40 or 50 cities that exist in this weird incorporated area that we call the Metroplex, which
Sure.
you alluded to earlier. I mean, it's a huge home. I mean, people are like, how far is it from Houston? Well, it's, I mean, if I truly get out of Houston, it's probably about an hour and a half from there, but from my house, it's 3 hours to there.
Yeah.
When I leave Houston, I don't know. 'Cause there's
call
still
it
buildings, and then there's a Buc-ee's, a Love's, and then maybe Dead Space, San Antonio.
and call it what you will, corny, whatever. I mean, dude, we kick ass, and we somehow, in some way, can bring the city together and get a lot of local stuff out to a lot of local people. And if everyone drinks and can be merry, just get a little bit closer. I mean, we've got the reigning World Series champs and.
I love this guy's attitude.
Right.
I mean,
awesome,
man. I love that. That's an awesome attitude.
H-Town, so.
H-Town, I thought I was the biggest H-Town cheerleader.
Right?
Only when it comes to space, John. Only when it comes to space.
Well, that's just one of the angles. I mean, year-round sailing. I mean, this is such a dynamic area. Such
Sure.
A, diverse, dynamic area.
The Galactic Coast, man.
Yeah,
This is the Galactic Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so actually, so I guess somebody told Ingenious to make a Pina Colada Froyo, which is a New England style
that's what I was
milkshake.
smelling. It smelled like coconut oil.
It's a New
Yeah.
England
This is
style
so good.
milkshake IPA made with Citra, Mosaic, pineapple, coconut, and milk sugar.
Dude, this thing is awesome.
It is pretty tasty, man.
It's pretty tasty. It smells like a coconut suntan oil or lotion or whatever. You
Yeah.
put on.
Yeah.
Right.
But it
That's
tastes
the smell.
but it tastes much better.
But that's
sure
no. I
does.
mean, that's the smell of summer, man. You smell that smell and you think of summer, and that's what it makes it. And then it tastes just about the same. It tastes like summer. No, it tastes like summer. It tastes like a summer IPA. It tastes like suntan lotion. No, it doesn't. It tastes like summer. It really does.
What does winter taste like, Mike?
Russian
Imperial
Stout.
Stout.
Okay.
I knew that was
And
coming.
Fall is what, like a barley wine or something? Or a
Marzen,
porter? What is
It's like a porter.
porter? Yeah, brown of some sort.
September's like a month.
And spring,
Spring
not
is like a
anything.
Pilsner.
Free for all,
Usually
spring.
a Pilsner or light IPA, but any season is IPA season. I mean, you don't have a season for the IPAs, so they can be anytime.
Yeah. So, did you guys hear the rumor about? Well, it's not really a rumor. It's a trend that lagers are making a big comeback.
Lagers
Like
seem to make it a big comeback, and even when we talk to Backfish, I mean they're starting to make some lagers now. And I really, seriously, I'm not a large proponent for lagers simply because I think they take too much energy and time away from things, away from the brewing process, and also from the environment to make when. All of the ale yeasts that are currently available are very clean, and if you use the proper techniques, they taste just like lagers.
Quicker, too.
We lagered all of our lager is a German word to store. We lagered all our ales, and we clarified all our ales because that's what we specialized was in German ales. And lagering them when they come out, they're so brilliant. They're so awesome looking. I mean, I know the trend nowadays is, cloudy or whatever.
Actually, no, it's not, Mike. It's changed already.
It's already changed.
It
right?
really has. The train has moved. The haze train is already.
Haze train
if
is
you
The brewed IPA? Is that where
the
you're about
brewed,
to go?
yeah, the brewed IPA. So we talked about clarity and having that really nice, brilliant.
That brilliant see-through
shine.
That takes skill and time.
Yeah.
Skill, time, and patience, man. It really does.
Yeah. So the brewed IPA, which is this new style that was,
Didn't
invented.
Don already
Yeah,
do
no,
Yes.
yeah, Barefoot.
Barefoot.
Galveston.
He's got one on tap right now. He may still have it. I don't know. He said it was going quick. But yeah, so they started it in San Francisco, and it is basically a very dry, very low body,
So it's
heavy
gonna be,
hop
that's
flavor.
Gonna be a session. That's going to be a session IPA with a
But
lot of
dry,
hops.
but very dry. So, brut champagnes are very dry, right? So it's that
Right,
same
right.
quality, plus it's...
I'm down.
Yep,
I'm down.
very
I can take it-
strong.
I like it dry.
So anyways, that's kind of the new thing right now, and I think there are, I heard that Eighth Wonder's making one, Donovan at Beerfoot made one, and Baba Brewhouse, I think, has something in the works that they posted the other day. So,
I have been waiting for clarified beers to come back in because that's where we were. We focused on the clarifying and the aging and the the fact that a beer is only released when the beer's ready. A lot of people try to tell beer when it's ready, but it's only ready when it's ready. Mm-hmm. It tells you. You shouldn't tell it. Because brewers don't make beer, yeast does.
That's right.
We make Vort.
I got throwing something. My wife, Eileen, she sent me a text. She said, fall is pumpkin spice. Duh.
No.
Just
No, that was Divine number 9 from St. Arnold.
Was a pumpkin?
Became the Pumpkinator. That was actually one of my favorite divines.
Just totally not basic.
And then it won gold last year at GABF.
Sorry, Eileen.
Did it again.